Hey, what's up, my dude? Your friendly neighborhood Tony here, and welcome back to the Spare Tech Room. Today, I'm going to be showing you something about the Lenovo Y700 and really any Chinese tablet, Android tablet that you get. Now, a lot of these don't come with the Google Play Store already installed in them, and I'm going to show you how to get that done so that way you can get all of the different applications that you like to use on your tablet. I recently did a whole review of this particular tablet. It is, in my opinion, the best small form factor Android tablet that you can get on the market right now, and that's whether you're using it for an e-reader or just to like surf the web, or what I like to use it for as a gaming handheld. So I do a ton of game emulation on this, and it runs just about any game system available on the market. So PlayStation 2, GameCube, even some Nintendo Switch. But yes, it's an awesome tablet. You can check out my full review. I'll link it up here and then also at the end of this video if you want to jump into that. But for now, let me show you how from scratch you can get Google Play on this device. So here we are on the main screen here. I went ahead and did a full system restore. So this is what you're going to see when you take this out of the box and get it started up for the first time. Now, reasons why you might want to buy a Chinese tablet versus one that has like a global ROM on it. Oftentimes, these are going to be much less expensive. So you're going to save yourself some money there, and you can get some devices that are really cool and just not available in other markets. The big downside, of course, is that they're going to be in Chinese, and most of them don't come with the Google Play Store. So we have to get that sorted out after we purchase the device. So I'm going to just walk you through this one here. It's pretty straightforward. One thing I might recommend is that if you don't have a tutorial like this one for your particular tablet, go ahead and download the Google Translate app on your phone. So that way you can use that. You can point your camera to these different, Chinese letters and have it translate it in real time into English or into whatever your native language is. So that's a big recommendation. I had to do that the first time, but now I've done this a few times, so I don't have to actually know what these words say. I can figure it out myself. So we'll go ahead and get started here, and you can switch this over to English. Now that's going to change a lot of the menus, but not everything. So I'll show you how to do a full switch over to English in the menus of this as well. And we'll go ahead and connect to a network. I'll just pull up my network here. Give me just a second. Okay, and once you're connected, you just click next to continue onward. You do have to agree to their privacy policy and user agreement and all that fun stuff. So we'll go ahead and pass on through there. Then we get some more things to join the user experience program. I don't really care to do that. You can set it up for auto updates and to restart automatically overnight if it doesn't update. So I'll leave that in place. You can sign up for the Lenovo benefit members thingy. I don't really care about that, so we'll skip that. And I'm going to set this up as a new device. Now you can activate the facial recognition or a password. I'll just throw a pin on here myself. We'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy peasy. Verify the pin. And here we can set it up to show notifications on the lock screen. I don't really care to do that because this isn't my main device, so I don't want to just have a bunch of notifications on it. And you can set it up for gesture navigation or the 3-button navigation. I actually prefer 3-button navigation. I know that might be a bit weird, but I prefer it. So we'll set that up, and then we'll go ahead and click get started. And here we are on the main screen. Now, a lot of these apps I'm going to end up deleting anyway because a lot of them are Chinese apps and they don't have native English support. But the first thing I want to do here is actually set this device up to have as much of my native English language as possible. So we're going to go into settings, and I'm just going to search here, language and input. So you have these pop-ups here, which are really annoying. I'll just click that. I believe that's the no button. I don't know for sure, but we'll just type in language. I also don't like this keyboard. And then we have language and input in our general settings. So we'll go into that. And here we'll want to change the default input method to English. The on-screen keyboard, I'm just going to turn off this Chinese keyboard as well because we don't need that. And now when we go to search for things, we should have our standard kind of Android keyboard here. So pretty cool, pretty simple. Now what we're going to do is the fun stuff. We are going to get the Google Play Store on here. Before we do though, we do want to make sure that we turn on Google Play services. So I'm just going to go into the settings, type in Google, go to Google Basic Services here. Actually, let me turn down the volume as well so that way you don't hear a bunch of clicking and clacking. So we go into our Google Basic Services and switch that on. It might not automatically be on your device. So you want to make sure that that is turned on as well. Another thing you want to make sure, and this should be fine, but if you go into all apps and scroll down to, here it is, Google Play Services, you want to make sure that that is enabled. So here it gives you the option to disable it, but you just want to make sure that's enabled. It should be though by default. Okay, so now from here, we are going to have to go onto the internet, and we're going to have to go through their their particular app to do that. And again, it is going to be in Chinese, but I'll show you how to navigate this. So we'll click on that little Internet Explorer or whatever internet service that is. I do believe you have to agree to these terms of services. So we'll just check that box and click the blue button here. And that's going to take us into their browser. This will be the only time we use this though. As soon as we can get the Google Play Store in place, we're going to download Chrome and whatever other service that you want to use. So for now, we'll just go here. You're going to type in apkmirror.com, search for that. And now from here, you're going to go ahead and search for Google Play, Google Play Store to be exact, because you don't want to get Google Play services or anything like that. We'll search for that, scroll down a bit. You're going to go ahead and click on this first link here with 9 variants. So we'll click on that, scroll down a bit, go ahead and scroll down for the download options. Now you want to skip anything that says bundle here. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for APK. So we're going to click on the APK. Okay. And then we're going to scroll down a bit here until we get to the download, which is right here. This blue box, download APK. We'll click on that. And now here in just a second, we'll scroll down. You'll see this says download is starting. It gives us this pop-up. If you click on this top right option here, that's going to go ahead and just let it download. And again, if you have to use a phone or a separate device for the Google Translate app in order to figure out what all these buttons are saying, definitely do that. So now I'm going to go ahead and click always allow. So it always allows me to download things, continue installation, use our password 1234 and install. I did that a little quick. I apologize for that, but you click install. And once we do that, we'll just hit done. It'll delete the installation package automatically for us. And from here, we should have the Google Play Store on our main screen. If you click on that, it'll give you the option to sign in, and you want to make sure that this loads up for you. If you haven't activated the Google Play services, you won't be able to get to this screen. But once you're here, you can sign in with your Google account, download all of the different apps that you might want to use, and delete all of the other Chinese apps off of this device. And you should be all set and good to go. So hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, do me a solid and drop a like on it. If you want to see more kind of Android setup video tutorials like this one, please let me know. I am going to set up this device to run every single emulator available right now. So if you want to see some tutorials on how to get those emulators set up, I would love to do those. Again, let me know if that's something you'd like to see in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time in the Spare Tech Room. Be good.